Bear Grylls, and I'm going to show you what it takes to get out alive from some of the most dangerous places on Earth. I've got to make it through a series of challenges in the sort of places you wouldn't last a day without the right survival skills. Now I'm in the dense jungles of Vietnam, tangling with some of the most inhospitable terrain on Earth. In constant battle with nature's wild side, where one slip could cost you your life.
Be a bad time for the vine to break!
Where every animal wants a piece of you.
See that, look, spinning cobra.
You've got to get them before they get you. I'm pitting my wits against nature and showing you what you need to survive in one of the toughest environments known to man.
This is now quite a scary place to be. Man, just look at this place. This is gonna be a mission. Okay, let's get into this.
About half of Vietnam is covered in tropical rainforest. Under cover of the tree canopy, in the thick vegetation of the jungle floor, visibility can be as little as a few yards.
Man, I almost went straight off the edge of that. It's just hard in the jungle with so much foliage right in front of you. Probably about 20 or 30 foot down to there. But it's not the height I'm worried about, it's what's under the water. You know, just because there's a waterfall here doesn't mean it's deep. You know, it could be logs, big submerged deadfall down there. We need somewhere working out the depth. Hang on. Yeah, you stay here, hold on.
Bamboo is one of the strongest plants on Earth, with a tensile strength to rival steel. And it likes to grow right next to the rivers or watercourses.
What I want to do with these bamboo is get all of the little branches off and basically make one long straight spear. And it's then that spear that I'm going to use, throw into the water and get an idea of how deep it is. And also it's probably worth just smashing up the ends of it just to stop it sticking in the mud and then ending up like a nasty man trap under the water. Okay, that's going to stop it sticking in. And then the idea is I can throw that in. If it's only a couple of feet deep, I'm going to see it. Okay, well look, that's worked. It went all the way into the water. And look, you see it's just floated up. That means it's at least the length of that deep, if not probably more. So I know I've got at least 8 foot to play with.
The more spears you can throw into the water, the more certain you'll be that there are no hidden rocks.
Well, you know, I'm happy. Okay.
It's a quick way down, but providing the water's deep enough, I'm confident jumping heights up to 50 foot without injury. If you go with the flow of the water, you can cover ground surprisingly fast.
Well, that's working. I'm actually making quite good progress downriver now.
But you can never afford to be complacent. Rivers have a habit of catching you out.
Woo! There's a drop you did not want to go over. Okay, time to catch a catfish. What he will have done is shoot under this bank behind all that grass. Nice and sheltered there. And also now he knows I'm around, he's going to be trying to hide as well. There he is, there he is. There you go. Bang on the money. And look, these are the bits you want to be careful of. these barbs here. See that? See that little prong just poking out there? And these is whiskers. That's why it's called a catfish. Well, there you go. Look, if I'd had a single prong spear, I would have missed that. I just caught them on the edge of this one. So that was worth doing. Bullseye. And they've got a leech in Vietnam. It's Vietnamese leech, but actually the Latin translation is terrifying, ferocious leech. And the reason for that is that they often go for crevices on the human body. And there's a story of a soldier in Vietnam who actually had one go right up his John Thomas and ended up inside his bladder, which you do not want to happen to you. That's all set. And then all I need to do is set the trigger to release this.
A thin piece of vine acts as a tripwire, loosely attached to a spring stick, which triggers a trap when any prey touches it. Simple, but deadly.
Okay, this is now primed. Basically, if something comes along and triggers this, they're gonna get skewered in that. Okay, let's set it and then get up into the tree. Fire not only makes you feel much better at the end of the day, it also helps keep the mosquitoes away. And in Vietnam, the mosquitoes can be ferocious. There's a story of one US soldier who's driven so mad by them, he ended up sleeping in a paddy field underwater, with just his head poking out, and on his head, he wore a gas mask. But this is going to help keep them away.
Most of Vietnam is a malaria zone. You should never underestimate the danger of malaria. About 1 million people die of it worldwide every year. A smoky campfire will keep the worst of the mosquitoes off and possibly save your life.
There you go. Oh man, these mosquitoes. It's just relentless here. They often talk about when it gets dark in the jungle that the whole place just comes alive. They talk about the night shift coming on. I don't know what that means. It just sounds like the whole place is alive, which I guess it kind of is, really. Just makes it hard to sleep, you know.
After a pretty sleepless night at the mercy of stinging bugs and mosquitoes, it's a relief to see daylight.
Man, this has been sprung by something. Whatever it was lucky and fast. I don't want to leave this set though.
Despite last night's close shave, the trap caught nothing. A good idea, but really if you want to maximise your chances of catching something, setting several traps is a way to go.
And for troops waiting for a pickup, the most vulnerable point was when the heli actually came in, and their job was to stay covert for as long as possible and then go overt very, very fast when the heli arrives. Okay, let's get a fire going. Actually, this tree should be good. It's well out in the clearing. And look, we set the whole just thing alight. It's going to be visible for miles.
A large signal fire with a decent plume of smoke can be seen up to 20 miles away. With the chopper getting close now, there's a good chance a pilot will spot this. Soldier on the ground, even the razor-sharp grass and debris whipped up by the rotor wash wouldn't dampen the joy of a successful heli pickup. The jungle's a dangerous place, but getting out of there alive is the best feeling in the world.